Hey guys, this is Bob,
And I'm Audrey.
and today's burning question is how should you advertise on Facebook? So, Audrey, can you start first?
Yeah, recently we have a student who was really interested. She came up to us and say, "Oh, I've been advertising on Facebook, but there is no results. I've been running brand awareness ad, but nothing seemed to be coming in." You know, Facebook is a very, very strong tool, right? You can reach out to a lot of people, but you must understand the objectives that you have. When you have a right objective and you have the right targeting and the right messaging, that's where your gold mine is.
Yeah, so a lot of people make not a mistake, but when you manage a page on Facebook, there is this boost button,
Yeah.
which is not wrong if you want to do it. There is also a boost button as well on Instagram. So that is the most basic way of doing advertising, but when you do it in that way, you're very limited when it comes to the targeting. So
Yeah, just think of this, right? The boost button is obviously the fastest and the easiest way for a non-marketer to try it out, and that is really a cash cow for Facebook. But really, to really take advantage of Facebook, you really need to start going deep, right? Go into the ad manager and check out what else do they have.
So when it comes to how you should advertise on Facebook, as a start, you should always start with the awareness. So there are a lot of options when it comes to awareness. It can be, like Audrey said, a brand awareness ad, or it can be a video views ad, or it can be even an engagement ad. So how you should actually really advertise on Facebook is just don't stop at the awareness point. You should go on, move on to the second part where you actually do a conversion ad. So many ways you can do a conversion ad. First, you can retarget people who visited your website. So that is done by deploying a Facebook pixel on your website. Secondly, you can target people who have engaged or consumed your content. So first, you build your awareness, with your video views or your content. Secondly, you can retarget people who watch, half or 10 seconds of your video or engage with your Instagram or Facebook profile. So don't just stop at, awareness. Move on to move on to your conversion ads.
Yeah, I think one key thing to add over here as well is that when we use the word awareness, you notice we said that we want to target people who have watched our videos, who have engaged with us. It means that we want people who have already done a certain action on the things that we have advertised to them. Watching a video, watching 50% of the video means that they have spent some time watching our video. Engaging our ads means that they actually spend the time to click, to comment, to check out the things that we actually provide them. I think one thing that we should definitely tell everyone is there is one where it's just purely brand awareness ad and reach ad. I think some people often get confused with that. Always remember that when you're using brand awareness or reach ad, it really means that if people saw your ad. But these days when we say that if people saw your ad, I can just scroll past, right? I can just have the ad there, but I just scroll, and that's considered an impression. And this person, just purely by looking at your ad for 0.1 second, is not a good action. So I think, by the end of the day, the good action is like what Bob said. The person actually engaged with you, or the person actually watched the videos. And from there, you can take advantage of your conversion, trying to your conversion ads to convert them into your customers.
Yeah. So I also need to add to the point, which is before you start any Facebook advertising campaign, when you open up the ads manager, be very clear on your objectives.
Yes.
So we talk about awareness and conversion. There's also objectives for traffic. There's also objectives for lead gen. You can actually collect leads straight away from Facebook. There is also objectives like driving people to the catalog store. So there's a catalog sales ad. So if you're an e-commerce,
or the offline store as well.
Yeah. So if you have an e-commerce page or an offline store, you can choose different objectives. So familiarize yourself with the different roles of all the different objectives, and then you can start running your Facebook ad campaigns.
Yeah. So I guess it's time for you to check out Ad Manager in Facebook. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any burning questions, feel free to ask us at our next digital marketing lab. See you then.